What's going on, YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius video, and this week we have FF12's Gabranth coming to global for the first time, but sadly I think going to be a bit disappointing for most people. And then we have some weird kind of accessory thing going on with the reward that we get from the Elena trial. Let's get into it. So guys, Final Fantasy 12 is coming into the Neo Vision era, and we're kind of getting a little bit of a surprise here, but sadly a little bit of disappointment for me. Gabranth is coming to global for the first time here with a Neo Vision version. We are not seeing any indication of Zargabaath getting any type of Neo Vision upgrade for now. If you guys can remember back in the day, we did get Zargabaath instead of Gabranth when we were supposed to get Gabranth back, you know, when the 7-star meta and the 5-star base meta was all the rage before this Neo Vision stuff. And so it turns out that Zargabaath was a very, very good unit for supporting, being tanky, doing some kind of berserk kind of stuff that the unit could do. Very, very strong after getting Awakened, 7-star, all that good stuff, getting abilities enhanced. Very, very good unit, right? And what we're finding out, at least right now in global, is with the release of NV Elena, with the release of Yoshikiri, is that they don't seem to be moving towards Neo Vision Awakened global exclusive units, at least for not right now. And looking at Gabranth's Neo Vision version, I really wish it would have been Zargabaath, because while Gabranth is a nice tank, tanky physical tank in the game right now and moving forward, physical tanks are kind of like we'll see. They need to have a lot of supporting capabilities backing them up because of our abundance right now of Mirage, like AoE Mirage on everyone, the evade meta, and even if units can hit you and you cannot evade them, you know, Mirage is going to help you in a lot of those cases, and fixed damage, you can't even cover it anyway. So physical is in a rough spot for physical tanks, as they've created the game, and that's where Gabranth is going to be kind of hard. For a lot of people, he's going to be STMR or TMR fodder. He's not going to be a sought-after unit, sadly. That's the way it's going to work. But we do get Neo Vision Awakenable Balthier, and I know a lot of people like him a lot, so he's not going to be, again, sadly, I don't mean to rain on anybody's parade, he's not going to be some kind of crazy unit like we saw with Lauren, but he will be able to do some damage for you guys, and if you want to be running him again, at least he got a little power boost to help you out there. And then we get Ray of Hope Larsa, which is going to be a new Larsa. Moving on down, we do see the introduction of summon coins back on these banners, making you think, finally, the pity system for NV is here. It is not. We're going to look into that a little bit later. This is not what you think it is. It's not how it was in the past. And then they just keep shoving this crappy board system panel summon in our face. Just give us the pity system, bro. This is nice and all, but just give us the pity system. So, like I was talking about with Gabranth, going to be a physical cover tank. STMR, fantastic. Gabranth's armor, HP 500 with HP 30% on top of that. Defense 115, Spirit 65. A fine armor for tanks. I'm still using Wilhelm, who better get an NV unit or NVA Awakening, or I'm going to be mad. Still using his STMR. This is a fine replacement here to kind of upgrade a little bit because of that nice HP it has thrown on there. I actually like it a lot, but I don't like it enough to try to pull for 1% Zargabaath, so I'm good on that. The Trustmaster reward will give you HP and then boost equipment defense when armed with 2 one-handed weapons. So this is like true dual-wield defense, though. So it's kind of a cool TMR, very niche, very, very unique. So it's nice to have. I would definitely pick it up if you end up getting Gabranth there. Looking at his vision card, it's a fantastic. All the arts on the vision cards are normally really sick. Judge Magister level 10 gives you defense 80, HP 800. This is fantastic. We'll look at it into a little bit more. This is the tank. You know, this is like the tanking vision card that you will want. But again, like we talked about, physical damage in this game, there's so many ways to get around it with evasion, mirage, certain units you guys have in your parties at that point casting it. And we got free unit that can cast it anyway from Final Fantasy X. So really, they're in a tough spot when it comes to the meta and FFBE. We'll talk more about him later on as we go through his abilities. Balthier is going to be upgraded, and I gotta say, this is one of the laziest NV Awakening. This is where I start judging a unit right here. I'm like, all right, here's his old form. Back in the day, how are they going to make him look nice? Okay, they give him a victory stance. Okay, what is that? Like, give him a better stance than this. Did you see what happened to Lauren? Lauren literally changed clothes. She changed it to a whole new character. And Veritas of Dark also looked pretty good. This guy just puts his gun up on a shoulder, and they call it, you know, NVA. You know, I'm not all about that. Again, not going to be the biggest damage dealer on your squad. Not going to be that great, in my opinion. However, if you are looking to mess around with some Balthier, this is your chance to get another Neo Vision in your missions tab, in my opinion. And then also, you know, for those missions to get the Gigantor cards for your Neo Vision cards. Your vision cards there. And then also, you know, maybe you want to mess around with him a little bit and have a little fun with him. That's fine too. Moving on down, Ray of Hope Larsa. At this point, unless a unit busts out the seams with something crazy, a lot of people are getting these 5-star units, and then they're kind of holding on to them for specific situations. And I don't know if Larsa is going to be that kind of unit where you're waiting to use Larsa in a specific situation. Looking at the Super Trust Master reward, we have a dagger here, attack 93, defense 101, spirit 68, boost HP about 20%, and unit can equip 2 of any one-handed weapon. So it's going to be another one of those dual wield daggers that you can have one, but it's going to be defense, spirit heavy with a little bit of attack and an HP thrown on top, which is actually pretty nice when it comes to tanking. There's a lot of tankiness going on here. I don't hate it at all, and this doesn't just apply to when we talk about physical tanks. When we talk about magic cover tanks, because magic cover tanks is in a whole different ballpark. If you're going to be spinning on a tank, wait for Fina Daisy, one of the strongest magic cover tank units we've ever had, one of the strongest units in FFBE we've ever had. If you're going for a tank, magic cover is much more important than I would go with the physical cover tanks anyway, unless mad support backs them up. So this could be great also on support units. Getting back to my original point, support units would really like this as well. I really like this. And if, man, I mean, these units are in the pool forever. You'll end up getting them somewhat time down the road, more than likely. So, you know, some off-banner thing you don't want. So that's why I'm telling you guys this is a major skip. I'm sure you guys are out of Lapis anyway, with the Elena and Yoshikiri kind of draining you guys anyway. Boost MP about 50% and chance of activating either counter when receiving a physical or magic attack. Either ether counter. So again, are you gonna waste a materia slot on this bad boy? The answer is no. Moving on down, this is what I was talking about. We got the this is the Great Crystal. This is gonna be a raid event that we're gonna have for the Final Fantasy 12 unit release here, and we needed a raid event. Our poor energy is being destroyed by the abysmal, super high amount of event points we need for that Elena. And Dark Vision's going on right now for that Elena event. Jesus, it's a lot. So you can see here that we do get bonuses for both of the new Neo Vision units, the Neo Vision Awakened and then the new Neo Vision unit, the new 5-star base, and then it kind of breaks down to other Final Fantasy 12 units that you may have hiding in your box here that you can bust out and have fun with. So it kind of bothers me a little bit that we didn't get, like, I know it's going to sound weird, but Elena thrown on here, NV Elena, Yoshikiri, and then Itachi. That would have been nice to have in here as well, but that's just me nitpicking. I'm sure you guys have enough Final Fantasy 12 units to go around, I hope. And again, like we talked about, this is going to be the big time defense boosting item right here. We get flat defense, HP all the way up, and then we get a nice defense boost when you're running a helm or heavy armor, and then if it's on an FF12 unit at the very end, we get 20% defense. It is a strong vision card when you're in the need of some HP and defense, but the problem again is a lot of the time you more want to favor spirit because you can mirage or you can evade some of these physical attacks that you're really worried about. And this is what I want to talk about. We have Starlight Elena here, and you know, I am not the biggest fan of Elena's Elena's design. They made her smaller. They made her kind of more cramped. The other Elena's kind of bigger and has more room to work, but they nailed it with these like nice big version drawings of them in the game. So they look amazing. But as we move down, we have this right here, the Aura Starlight coat, excuse me. And you can move down and you can create 2 different ones. And they essentially give you 2 different ways of how you want to use the item, right? You can either go with magic plus 30%, and I do believe the other one goes with the attack plus 30%. So you kind of have an accessory that can go either way if you want to focus on attack or you want to focus on magic. Now, I think it would be better just to have one item, attack magic 40, magic attack 30%. I don't know why they didn't do that, but that seems like something you might want to, I don't know, see as an attack 30% here. I don't know. Maybe it's cool to have the different accessories the way you want them to be. We have water resist on this one. We have light resist on this one. Kind of just, in my opinion, cuts the item a little bit. But hey, that's the new thing that's kind of going on with these accessories. You can kind of build it, have it your way. as BK would say, and kind of pick which way you want to go with that. And then you get a exchange ticket. These exchange tickets ended up not being the greatest, but hopefully NVA units come from it. We have World Revisit, and you can see my lapis is dwindling, so I'm going to need to make sure I do that and make sure you guys get this done when it comes out to solidify your lapis coming up, because I think the next big banner I'm going to be summoning for is, like I said, Fina and Daisy, and the Kingdom Hearts, without a doubt, is an insane banner for a lot of people because of the units are amazing and the STMRs are good. Moving on down, they talk about all these rewards they're going to give us, and a lot of people are noticing they keep giving us these tickets that have no chance of getting an NV unit. Like, I thought these things were going to slowly start eking their way out. We were going to start getting tickets that could give us NVs, and sadly, they are not doing that. So we brought up earlier about the exchange shop here, and as you guys can see, you can get fragments, you can get prisms for Ray of Hope Larsa, Balthier fragments, but you cannot get the actual unit. So again, this is nice to be added on. Now, I'm not, I don't want to complain. They're adding on more stuff. The more you get for your lapis, the better, right? But this is really hitting the mark for what a lot of us want when it comes to a pity system. Getting the fragments, not having the unit in there, especially like where there should be like a Balthier 100% STMR Moogle in here for cheap, like they did with the earlier units, because Balthier really isn't that great anyway. But I don't know. They could do better than this. And if you end up getting this, I would go for the Transcension Pearl, because these things are, they're really rare. They're tough to get your hands on with them. And then we look at these other login bonuses, and we get another EX ticket for 5-star. Like, what? Why isn't this NV based? Why isn't this NV based when everything in this is NV based? Like, maybe this is typed wrong. Maybe I'm reading this wrong. Maybe this can obtain you an NV base unit, but if it can't, I don't understand what's going on there. But other than that, guys, that's going to be the end of this video here on this news update. It may sound like I'm a little lackadaisical with this banner, one, because it's really not that exciting. It's kind of a dead week here in FFBE. After all the exciting stuff happened while I was on vacation, thank you. And then two, I am extremely tired. I've been playing the crap out of Genshin Impact, and I got to get my schedule back on track. I don't know if you guys have checked it out, but that game is baller right now. That one, FFBE, is just eating up all of my time. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below how you feel about the summon coin situation. I think they can do better, don't you? Subscribe for future content here on my YouTube channel. Follow me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Claic Yuzolt, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.